Let's welcome to the show Brandon Arnold from the National Taxpayers Union. Brandon, it's good to have you on. Okay,
Thanks
DC media, including The Hill magazine, it's good to see you. The Hill magazine that looks like Democrats will use this illegal IRS leak of billionaire tax returns to ProPublica in order to set up their tax hike agenda. Mitch McConnell today saying there should be criminal prosecutions instead. How will this unfold? What do you think?
Well, I think Mitch McConnell, first of all, is absolutely right. This is an egregious violation of the public trust. I get that billionaires aren't quite as sympathetic a character as average Americans, but we still should not have this rogue agency releasing private information into the public domain. That is absolutely wrong. And here it was absolutely done with the express purpose of building momentum behind Biden's plans and Warren's plans and other Democrats' plans to raise taxes on the wealthy. That is wrong. It should not happen. It shouldn't have happened before this leak, but it especially should not happen right now.
Because right after the illegal IRS leak, Massachusetts Democrat Senator Elizabeth Warren doubled down on her wealth tax, and you had the Senate Finance Chair, Ron Wyden, saying he's going to push to tax the upper bracket. And now you have a Patriot tax from the New York Democrat Congressman Thomas Suozzi. So that's happening too. So you wonder how far can they go with this? You know what? Let's listen to Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell. He again says whoever did this, you should throw the book at them and criminally prosecute them. Watch this.
It appears that an anonymous source committed a felony by releasing the confidential information of American citizens. American taxpayers are required by law to comply with invasive disclosure requirements, and they're doing it with less and less confidence that the federal government will honor their trust. A fundamental piece of our nation's social contract is fraying, but just how worried you should be about it apparently depends on your personal politics.
Depends on your personal politics. What do you say?
Yeah, he's right. Absolutely. And not only do they want to raise taxes, but these very same politicians want to grow the size of the IRS, increasing by 87,000 the number of IRS agents that would come after you, would come after small businesses, and of course go after the wealthy as well, and provide them with new powers. They're also proposing to have the IRS get information from banks about how we're spending our money, about how small businesses and independent businesses are spending their money. Guess what happens when we provide them with more private information? There's a higher likelihood that we're going to have another hacker, a rogue agent at the IRS turning over this information, making our personal private information public. That should be terrifying for every American, whether you're a billionaire, whether you're barely scraping by. This is really, really wrong what we're talking about here. It's an egregious violation.
You know, Republicans say they're going to try to block the $80 billion in extra funding Democrats want to give to the IRS, and also try to block the new disclosures that banks would have to make on the gross balances of savings and checking accounts. Do you think that the GOP can block this?
I think there's a good chance. And while this may have put the wind at the backs for people that want to raise taxes, it will make it more difficult for them to increase the IRS budget and to provide those additional reporting requirements that you just mentioned, because people are increasingly skeptical of the IRS. If the IRS can release information for Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk, why can't it release information about your small business, your local small business, or individual taxpayers that aren't making billions of dollars? It could release information about everybody en masse, and that is troubling. And I think it's a reason why we need to slam on the brakes for some of these proposals coming out of the White House and Congress.
Brandon Arnold, thanks for joining us. Good to see you. Come back soon.
Thanks.
We're at the bottom.